few days ago, I uploaded a YouTube short showing off the Turncoat exotic hand cannon and how its damage is completely unhinged. But let's be real, the gun has a massive fatal flaw. Every time you trigger its perk, it aggressively eats your own health bar, and it's a death sentence in high level content. So I decided to see if artificial intelligence could save it. I asked AI to build a Warlock setup that completely erases the self damage. And honestly, it accidentally created a monster. That wraps up our preview of Build's ability potential. Let's dive into the subclass details next. We begin with our Super Nova Bomb Cataclysm, which now allows allied projectiles to pass directly through it. For our class ability, we are running Healing Rift, which deploys a Void Soul to weaken targets, courtesy of the Child of the Old Gods aspect. For movement, Burst Glide is our choice, paired with Pocket Singularity as our melee option. To round out the ability kit, we are utilizing the Vortex Grenade. Moving on to the aspects, we start with Soul Siphon, the newest addition to the Warlock toolkit from the Monument of Triumph update. When activated, pressing your melee button siphons energy from all combatants in front of you, dealing damage while generating an overshield and class ability energy for each target hit. Notably, Soul Siphon's damage scales directly with your strength stat. Our second aspect is Child of the Old Gods, which received a major buff in the latest update. The Void Soul now travels twice as fast and instantly suppresses targets upon impact. Moving on to our fragments. First, we have Echo of Harvest, which creates an orb of power when defeating weakened targets. Next is Echo of Leeching, granting health regeneration for you and nearby allies upon securing melee final blows, while also giving a plus 10 bonus to your resilience stat. To maximize our debuffs, Echo of Undermining ensures your void grenades weaken targets, at the cost of a negative 10 penalty to discipline. We pair this with Echo of Exchange, where melee final blows grant grenade energy alongside a plus 10 bonus to melee. To sustain our loop, Echo of Starvation grants Devour whenever you pick up an Orb of Power or a Void Breach, though it carries a negative 10 penalty to class. Finally, Echo of Expulsion causes Void ability final blows to explode targets, while providing a plus 10 bonus to Intellect. Next up, let's look at the weapon loadout. Because this setup centers around the Turncoat mechanics, we are utilizing the Turncoat as our primary weapon. However, if you have it available, the absolute best in slot option here is the Collective Obligation. Since I haven't been blessed by the RNG gods to drop that raid exotic just yet, Gizmo Weft will be occupying my primary slot for today's gameplay. For the heavy slot, we are running the Sullen Claw Sword, rolled with Eager Edge and Bait and Switch for optimal burst damage and mobility. Moving over to the artifact, these are the perks currently selected. Right now, there's actually a known exploit allowing you to duplicate mod selections to stack your damage to absurd levels. However, in anticipation of a hotfix, this standard configuration represents the ideal setup for a permanent, future-proof build. When optimizing your armor stats, your top priorities should be melee, grenade, and class. For our exotic, the AI selected Felwinter's Helm. Its signature perk, Warlord's End, ensures that powered melee final blows emit a massive bursting pulse that weakens all nearby targets, perfectly feeding back into our subclass loop. Looking at the armor mods, your gauntlets should run double impact induction paired with heavy-handed to maximize grenade uptime on melee hits, using your remaining energy to boost your core stats. For the chest piece, slot in elemental resistance mods such as solar, void, or arc dampeners, tailored specifically to the activity you are running. On the boots, we are equipping stacks on stacks for accelerated armor charge, alongside Better Already and Recuperation for instant health chunks on orb pickup. Finally, For the class item, we round out the build with the class font mod that gives us a temporary armor charge to boost our class stat, followed by time dilation and powerful attraction. Bring it all together and you get the ultimate void siphoning monster, the Soul Reaper. And that completely wraps up the breakdown for the Soul Reaper. What makes this build so incredibly potent is how seamlessly it chains crowd control and survivability. By utilizing Felwinter's Helm alongside our Warlock's new Soul Siphon aspect, you aren't just locking down entire rooms with instant suppression and weakening effects, you are constantly stealing overshield, generating class energy, and keeping your health topped off through Devour. It creates a gameplay loop where aggression is directly rewarded with total invincibility. Give this setup a try in your next endgame activity before that artifact glitch gets patched out, and let me know in the comments how it performs for you. If you found this guide helpful, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe for more high tier build breakdowns. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.